Hi, it's Ian, and I'm out today on a natural mindfulness walk. For me, typically of me, even though I'm out here heading out on this walk for some peace and tranquility and a little bit of escape into nature for myself, I want to shoot a film, I want to shoot a video, I want to share this experience. And I often say on my guide training courses and on my walks that my passion is nature, but I have a bigger passion for sharing nature connection. And never has there been a time I feel that many people are waking up or becoming consciously aware of a need to share their unique connection with nature. I've been feeling it for quite a few years now, which is why I set up Cotswold Natural Mindfulness and now natureconnection.world. I wrote a book in 2018, Natural Mindfulness, to share with people. I run guided walks to share nature connection with people, and I now train guides to share their unique connection with nature with as many people as possible, because there is this urge, I feel this urge, whether it's instinct, whether it's intuition, I just feel this growing urge to share nature connection with as many people as possible. And if you look at the state we're told the world is in right now, I don't know for sure what state the world is in. I rely on newspapers and the news and social media to tell me what's going on in the world. I'm fortunate enough, though, to also have a growing community of forest friends from all over the world through the International Forest Therapy Days community that I'm a part of. So we get to talk to people all over the world, and positive social media allows us to share the truth, or as close to the truth as possible, with each other about what's going on in the world. But like many of us, I see so much negativity about what's happening in the world, and I hear so much about loss of natural habitats like this, loss of wildlife and species, and the effect that's having on us as human beings in terms of our well-being and our ability to live in harmony or in balance with the natural elements of the world. And so maybe that's why I feel this urge to share, and why today I'm out on this walk, originally for me, but I'm sharing with you. And one of the reasons is that when I come into a wonderful space like this, the first thing that happens is it's almost like my day-to-day concerns, worries, stresses all fall away. It's like they all peel away. I often mention this again on my guide trainings and walks. It's like I'm preparing myself for a natural mindfulness experience. So preparing means peeling away, stripping away all those elements of myself that will prevent me or block me from connecting deeply with the natural world. And so that's the first thing that happens, is this almost peeling away of persona, sometimes my protections, the things that I put out there to keep my true nature, who I truly am, how I'm truly feeling, what I'm truly thinking, and believing in, slightly hidden from the people around me. And when I come out into nature, that all falls away, that all peels away, and I get this wonderful sense of oneness and connection. So that's the first thing that happens to me when I come out into a space like this. And then the next thing that happens to me is it's almost like I'm plugging into an energy source. It's like nature creates this wonderful energy source for me, where I can I absorb it, and suddenly I feel more energized. I suddenly might have come out feeling very drained and tired, mentally tired, but as soon as I get out into a space like this, it's almost like there's a physical energy I get. It's almost like plugging my phone into the power and watching that little battery charging up. It's like my battery's charging up when I come out into nature. So I think it's the smells and what I'm listening to and what I'm seeing, all the green around me. There's a lovely petrichor coming off the ground in this forest right now because it's been raining and it's all nice and damp on the floor. I think I've said to you before, one of the things I like to do is smell the dampness off of the floor, because again, that energizes me. It starts to open up my senses, and it's almost like it's an additional boost I get. So that's the second thing that happens when I come out into nature. The third thing is I start to get lots of ideas for videos like this one, ideas for new nature connection experiences that I could launch, new ways of promoting what I'm doing, ideas for exercises on the next walk that I run. So I suddenly get lots and lots of thoughts and ideas coming through. I often refer to it as cosmic Google. It's like it's almost like, connecting into the internet or into Wi-Fi and getting this download of an unlimited source of creativity. Some people refer to it as the collective consciousness. I'm tapping into the collective consciousness, and my mind is open to possibility, and my body is energized. And so, that's quite often why when I come out here, even if I've come out for myself for a bit of relaxation, I'll take out the camera and start shooting a video about what I'm doing. And so a thought that occurred to me as I was walking into these woods a few minutes ago was, what is something that could be really useful for me to share with you? I'm sure some of what I've already shared with you has been useful, but it's this sort of stage in life at the moment with so much negative media around what's happening and so much concern around what's happening with the environment and what's happening in terms of the sustainability of the world, our world. And so we're heading into very uncertain times. And one of the things I know is that when I'm feeling uncertain, I've learned that being mindful of the moments is a way to, it's like an antidote to uncertainty. So what I want to share with you really is how we can feel certain in uncertain times. So I think what I'll call this video is how to be certain in uncertain times. And how I do it, I'm not, I don't know any great secret or anything. I don't have some information that has come to me, miraculously while I've been walking through nature. I just talk from my own experiences, and there have been many times in my life when I felt very uncertain and I've not known what's going to happen. And it's been very scary sometimes. It's been very frustrating at other times. And I know many people feel that same way. I was talking to somebody this week who's really struggling, a young person struggling with the uncertainty in her life right now. And I was, again, sharing with her how coming into a state of knowing within yourself is the key to feeling certain. You can't change the situation that we find ourselves in. And it's not that I'd want to change this situation. I'm just looking down at this gorgeous moss here, this lovely green moss around me. But I don't suggest that we can change the situation, but what we can do is change our response to that situation. And one of the things that I do when I'm feeling uncertain is I move my attention away from the mind, because the mind is so creative, and my mind's so creative that it will create all sorts of scenarios. And if I'm not managing that very well, if it's out of my control what's happening with my mind, what I'll find is that a lot of those creative thoughts are quite scary, and they're not helping. They're actually making things a lot worse. And so what I do is I move my attention away. Wow, lovely bit of sunshine. I move my attention away from the mind into my senses. I'll start with, what can I smell in this moment right now? There may be uncertain times, but in this very moment right now, in this wood, what can I what can I smell right now? And I can smell the wood. I don't know what it is that I'm smelling. I know it's coming up off the ground. I know it's something to do with the trillions of microscopic creatures that live in the ground here underneath the forest and are helping all of this leaf mulch and soil to biodegrade down and create a nutritious soil and environment for all of these trees to grow in. So I know I can smell that, and that smell is wonderful. I know I can hear birdsong. As well as smelling that smell, I can hear the birdsong around me. I can see the way the light at the moment is changing as I turn around. I can see the light changing, and I looked up here just now, just up here as I was turning, and not only can I see the sun going through, and a bird just flew through there as well, but I can also see drops of rain from this morning just dropping down in that sunlight over there. It's absolutely amazing. And what's happening is, because I'm using all of my senses and they're all being stimulated right now while I'm here, my sense of smell, my sense of sight, my hearing, and what I can feel. Again, if I pick up one of my favourite cones, which I can smell and feel at the same time, and I can come up to these trees and touch these trees, even hug them if I want to, but I can feel the leaves, I can touch and get that real rich sensory experience of being here. And when I'm doing all of that, it's all happening right now in this moment. A multisensory experience right now in this moment connects us very strongly to the present moment. And in this present moment, I'm certain that there's ground beneath my feet. I'm certain that I'm breathing in oxygen, fresh oxygen that's keeping my body alive and feeding me. I'm looking around, I'm looking up at these trees producing serotonin in my brain, which is creating this feeling of happiness and awe and relaxation. The bird song is triggering my parasympathetic nervous system and putting me onto that wonderful default of rest and digest system right now while I'm here. And my brain is curious. My mind is curious. My mind wants to go and explore with all of my senses. Go and explore. Go and smell some things over here. Go look at some things over there. Go listen to some things. I just want to go off now and explore. And this, compared to many of my other videos, if those of you who've listened to some of my other videos where I haven't been as connected to what's going on around me because I've maybe busy sharing an exercise, or I've been busy thinking about how I can use this video in another way, so I've been very much in my mind. Right now, I shot this video on purpose for you to experience what I experience and connect with when I'm out doing a natural mindfulness walk or having a natural mindfulness experience. And you can see it's intoxicating. I feel like I'm on a natural high, and it feels very healthy. It feels like the type of natural high that I wouldn't mind being addicted to. I think the side effects would be wonderful, and I'm pretty sure I could overdose on this as much as I'd like. It's absolutely wonderful here. I'm so pleased I can share it with you through the camera, but I'd just love to be able to share it with you all here personally, so you could all go off yourselves across little paths here and explore and be curious in your own mind. And one of the wonderful things I learned about curiosity from brain science, actually, and understanding how the brain works and how our brain develops, is that when we're very young, we have lots and lots of curiosity. We have a natural state of curiosity. So that's how babies and small creatures learn. They're curious, and often because they're curious, they'll wander off. And as parents, we guide them back, and we try and prevent them from getting too curious and maybe hurting themselves. And so gradually what happens is the baby goes from being very naturally curious to suddenly becoming fearful, picking up on the parent's fear, picking up on the parent's anxiety, and becoming fearful of a situation. That's where our uncertainty comes from. We're not sure what's going to happen if we go off and explore. We're not sure what's going to happen as we move through time, as we move forward in our lives. We have this uncertainty. The truth is, everything is uncertain. We never know what's going to happen. We kind of fool ourselves into thinking that we do know everything that's going to happen to us, and we kind of live in that bubble of illusion. But the reality is we don't know. But what I do know is that I was born with curiosity, and I learned all of my fears. The fears that have held me back: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of not being clever enough. Those were all learned. I wasn't born that way. I was born with this innate superpower for curiosity through all of my senses. And so that's how we stay and feel certain in an uncertain world, by connecting to that superpower, that curiosity that's within us, that's stimulated by using our senses and is stimulated by being out in a natural space like this, where our senses can just run wild, where we can almost rewild ourselves. So I hope that's been helpful. It's been quite a long video. It's a 16-minute video, so I don't know how I'm going to present this to you all yet, but I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to enjoy my walk in nature. I'm going to continue having a wonderful natural mindfulness experience here this afternoon for about another hour or so. And I encourage you to get out into nature today if you can. Thank you if you've listened all the way through this video and you've got to this point. That's fantastic. I'll give my book a little plug. It's Natural Mindfulness, your guide to the healing power of nature connection, and it's available from my website, ianbanyard.com. If you want a signed copy of that sent to you, it can be also picked up on online bookstores as well. If you just put Natural Mindfulness in there or Ian Banyard in there, you'll find the book. And that's a guide. That's a guide that will help you go out into nature and practice and experience natural mindfulness for yourself. I also run walks here in the Cotswolds. Regularly, there's monthly walks going on here, and I've got next year in 2020, I'm going to have some day-long walks and day-long experiences and some retreats coming out as well to help people have a deeper experience with natural mindfulness. And I run guide trainings. All the guide trainings this year are full now. I think I might have about 3 or 4 places left on my online course starting at the end of this month, October 2019. But my face-to-face course is just finished. I did the last one on Saturday just gone. It was a fantastic course. I got 8 new guides are joining us that joined me at Hawkwood on Saturday. A good shout out to them. That was a great experience, guys, and thank you so much for coming along and your interest in what I'm doing. And good luck with what you're going to be doing with natural mindfulness in the future. But next year, 2020, I'll have more guide trainings. And again, there's information on my website, which is www.ianbanyard.com. You can find out all about my walks, all about my trainings, my book, and there's lots of free articles and stuff on there if you search around looking for it, videos and things like that. I've got a YouTube channel. This might be on it, it might not. It depends on how I put it up there. But go along to my YouTube channel and subscribe, and you'll get access to all the new videos as they come up. And you'll look at, I've got quite a back catalogue now of videos of me in nature, a lot of them with his hat on, sharing with you my connection with nature that I call natural mindfulness, and sharing with you the power of that. So please let me know what you think of the video. Like it, share it, comment below if you want to. And yeah, thank you very much for dropping by, and enjoy what it is you're doing today. I'm going to continue and enjoy my walk, and I look forward to connecting with you very, very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.